The New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News report, man. Nice looking Friday right now, but shit is I guess it's a good day to reopen the country, right? We're talking about 31 states are set to reopen as Trump actually yesterday let the federal guidelines towards like social distancing and all that shit expired. So we'll see what this ever looks like. Worldwide, the death toll to COVID-19, SARS-CoV-2, coronavirus disease 2019, aka that Rona, are at 233,000. Domestically, we had 63,000, but scientists suggest that the data shows that tens of thousands more could have died from this shit, man. Green Wall graduation. New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News report, man. Make sure y'all check out blackfilesnews.com/shop. You can find a link in the Black Files News Instagram bio where you can actually support and buy some gear, different color, shapes, and sizes of paraphernalia like this. We got still our Grind series, the Stop the KKK, Kings Killer King series. You know what I'm saying? Shirts, pants, you know what I mean? The sneakers, all of that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Make sure you check it out, yo. We support the movement because we're going to keep on supporting y'all, man. That's love. Now, check this out. You actually have Donald Trump, celebrity-in-chief, saying some wild shit. I don't know if it's bullshit or if it's just some wild shit by itself, but he's talking about how, like, you know, the numbers regarding, like, coronavirus in the U.S. are, like, really, really strong. Like, I'm very proud of our numbers. Like, yeah, motherfucker, with 63,000 deaths. That's the most in the world. Like, what are you saying? Is that a threat? Like, anyway, and he's also talking about how the novel coronavirus, actually, he's seen evidence that it started in Wuhan, China. Now, when asked where is the evidence, he was asked by a reporter, was like, you know, where's the evidence on it starting in Wuhan Institute of Virology? And he says he can't share that information. Now, the intelligence, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence then puts out a statement, and this is rare, saying the intelligence community concurs with the wide scientific consensus that the COVID-19 virus was not man-made or genetically modified. Now, he's also talking about how, like, you know, China is backing Joe Biden, and he's gonna put tariffs on China. Whereas, you know, the Washington Post is actually putting out there that, like, there's some administration officials talking about actually canceling some of the U.S. debt towards China. We'll see how that turns out. Green Wall and graduation. Streets report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News report. Yo, shit getting, motherfucking governors getting bold out here, man. Shout out, I don't want to shout him out, you know what I mean? I think it's kind of gangster though, but Governor of Maryland, he's a Republican dude, so I don't know where he stand at yet, but Larry Hogan, might call him Hulk Hogan after this. The motherfucker basically had told the Washington Post yesterday that Maryland National Guard actually has 500,000 coronavirus tests in the stash at an undisclosed location. Now, he's doing that because he basically doesn't want FEMA to come take it, because at least 6 states around the country have actually reported how the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, the ones that, you know, fucked up on the Hurricane Katrina situation in New Orleans, that they actually have, like, there's reports of them, like, intercepting medical supplies and, like, coronavirus tests and all of that. So he said that they basically diverted Korean Air passenger jet to the BWI airport, the Baltimore Washington International Airport. For those in the DMV, y'all already know. Like, nevertheless, that's what go down, man. That's bold, man. Green Wall and graduation, though. The New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News report. So, over in Texas, you have the news media website ProPublica actually reporting that state officials are refusing to let people know which, like, nursing homes and long-term care facilities, you know, old folks homes and all of that, whatever, which one of these actually have COVID-19 patients, due to the fact that there's like they're abiding by a medical privacy law. So there are a lot of instances where things like that are warranted, but this COVID-19 shit different, especially since they've actually had 300 COVID-19 deaths in nursing homes in that state. So it's, you know, people are scared of, like, what to do with the old folks in their family, like, where are you going to put them, because they might contract that shit. Now, over in Cali though, you had Governor Gavin Newsom, who actually shut down all the Orange County beaches due to the fact that people weren't abiding by social distancing rules. Keep in mind, they've had 95 deaths in the past 24 hours, which is actually lower than it's been in the past. These are deaths due to COVID-19. Green Wall and graduation. New world, though, the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report, man. Make sure you support the movement too. blackfilesnews.com/shop. Check it out. Check out the other parts of the website too. But definitely on the shop, you get yourself something nice, fitted, comfortable. You feel me? Like something to make you feel good and look good too. Different colors, shapes, and sizes, and it'll raise the consciousness level of those around you. You know what I mean? So you won't be the only one woke out here, you dig? But definitely, it'll be supporting us as we continue to support y'all. Now, over in New York, they on a different type of time right now. You got Governor Andrew Cuomo basically announced that he's going to deploy this program that's going to have these so-called contact tracers, or basically thousands of people throughout New York that are going to trace the contacts of anybody who's contracted COVID-19 or SARS-CoV-2, coronavirus disease 2019, that Rona, you know what I mean, whatever it go by for you. Nevertheless, they're going to be like 30 of them for every 100,000 people. And Michael Bloomberg, of all people, is actually going to oversee the program. This is the billionaire dude who runs Bloomberg Television, who actually just ran for president for like a hot second, flooding ads all over the East Coast at least. And then he actually was also the former mayor of New York City now, so that's very interesting. Cuomo also announced that on May 6th, the New York subway station that's always been 24 hours is actually going to stop running between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. First time in history. It's a lot of bums out there that's going to hurt, you know what I'm saying, off of that, because there's a lot of them that be sleeping on them subways. But, you know what I mean, just giving y'all that heads up. Everybody stay woke, stay vigilant. Green Wall and Graduation. The New World, though, the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. So over in Cali, you had medical students and doctors with the University of California San Francisco Do No Harm Coalition that actually staged a die-in protest on Wednesday surrounding the home of San Francisco Mayor London Breed. Now they did so because of her refusal to basically move quickly on getting unhoused people in some of these hotel rooms during this COVID-19 pandemic. Now, they a die-in, for those who know, don't know, it's a form of protest where a motherfucker basically just sit there and lie there in front of you, but it symbolizes something. It sends a message. Shout out to Top Blizzy Black, Queen Blizzy, you know what I'm saying? Like BFN affiliate who actually staged the die-in protest outside of the hospital where they did Eric Garner wrong up in Staten Island. We got that on the youtube.com/Black Files News channel. But I digress. This die-in actually lasted 30 minutes to symbolize the 30,000 vacant hotel rooms that these unhoused people could basically be in during the pandemic. And they also had a moment of silence for 3 unhoused people who actually died from COVID-19 since the pandemic began. Got popping in Cali. Green Wall and Graduation. So the New World, though, the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. So despite objections from like Republican lawmakers in the state of Michigan, the governor Gretchen Whitmer, Democratic, said she actually extended the emergency, the state of emergency until May 28th. Now, in doing so, this caused a lot of uproar. You already had tension between her and the Republicans of the state when they had came to the in front of the state capitol. Some of them had like weapons, and you know they were putting up Trump and Pence banners and all of that shit, right? Just completely going against social distancing rules, right? Well, how about they did this shit again? This time in Lansing, Michigan, they went to the state capitol building. They actually even went in that motherfucker, was standing up in the rotunda, you know what I mean, looking down on people holding rifles. So obviously this went crazy. You can even check state lawmaker Dana Pohanke's Twitter, because she tweeted a photo of her. So she was ill, and this is the day after Sylvia Santana, one of the state lawmakers there, that actually state senator who had just put a bill banning the Confederate flag from being on state capitol grounds. And keep in mind, like just a week before, you had Dale Zorn, another state senator, who actually came to this legislative floor with a freaking mask that had a Confederate flag on it. So I'll let you know what type of time the motherfuckers was on. Erica Geis, another state senator, actually had said that he should be formally censored. So we'll see how that turns out. Green Wall and Graduation. The New World, though, the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. So make sure you check out my mixtape, man. The only IG mixtape out there, Still I Grind. Go to @still_I Grind. It's not on that piff. It's not on my mixtapes. This is actually a visual mixtape prelude to the album. There's even a YouTube link where you could go straight and just watch the video straight through. You know what I mean? 24-minute runtime straight heat. Me bombing on other people's beats, giving y'all music, poetry, and all of that shit, man. All from the dome. Ain't even touch paper, man. Fuck with me, man. Album on the way. Still I Grind. Now, 12.7 million Americans apparently have actually lost their employer-based insurance since this pandemic has started. So a lot of people don't have insurance. Meanwhile, you had a company like Cigna that's actually meeting all of their demands and planning. It looks like they're going to meet their 2020 profit projections. So that's the world we live in, man. The United States during the coronavirus pandemic, Green War, and graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. So today is a very interesting day, being May Day, which is a celebration of a labor movement decades ago in Chicago that actually led to 8-hour work days nationally and internationally. As you know, you get work more than 8 hours, you're supposed to get overtime or whatnot, unless you're getting, salary, flex time, paycheck type shit or whatever. Nevertheless, so it's an interesting day because today, to celebrate May Day, people take off work. Now, today, you also have tens of millions of people in the U.S. who don't have a job due to the pandemic of COVID-19. And it also happens to be the day where it's the first of the month and rent is due, and Trump is reopening businesses throughout the country. So we'll see how that turns out. A lot of people are celebrating May Day, including like some workers at Amazon and at their subsidiary Whole Foods. Now you had Amazon workers actually protesting outside of the home of CEO of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, richest man in the world, by the way. You know what I'm saying? And they actually painted a mural outside of his DC home on the street that basically said, protect Amazon workers, talking about the conditions in these Amazon warehouses and people catching COVID-19 and all of that. Now, because there's even somebody who caught it in Tracy, California, at a warehouse where people have been tested positive, and one person was said to have died from COVID-19. So shit is real. Meanwhile, Amazon's sitting pretty because it turns out in the first quarter of the year they actually saw a 26% increase in profit, bringing their revenue to $75 billion for the first quarter. So they doing their motherfucking thing. Green War and graduate. For the New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. So a federal appeals court actually ruled that Trump and the Trump administration, they cannot withhold funding from these cities that refuse to comply or be in contact with federal immigration enforcement or immigration customs and enforcement. Basically the ICE or the immigration police. You have these are so-called sanctuary cities where immigrants are essentially allowed to go to, knowing that the state government and the police are not going to be sharing data with ICE in order to get people deported, right? So they call sanctuary cities because immigrants feel like they could go there. And as a result, back in 2017 in Chicago, the Trump administration tried to withhold federal funding from Chicago because they're a sanctuary city. So that's where the ruling came from. And this is a day after Trump had already said that he was going to try to withhold funding from coronavirus relief funding from these so-called sanctuary cities. So there you have it. You can't do that fuck shit. Green War and graduate. For the New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. So in Southern California, at the for-profit Adelanto ICE Processing Center, this is an immigrant jail. You actually have jailed people there, jailed migrants that are actually on hunger strike, demanding their release amid this global pandemic of COVID-19, SARS-CoV-2, coronavirus disease 2019, or that Rona, whatever you want to call it. This is a place where 500 people have actually tested positive for COVID-19. And these prisoners are on hunger strike demanding their release because they feel like the jail itself, aside from them not having committed no violent or heinous crime, they're also the jail's not taking proper precaution to enforce any social distancing. You know what I mean? They lining up for chow and they, one body next to another. They're not giving them hand sanitizer or any masks or anything like that. So they're trying to get the fuck up out of there. Green War graduate. The New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. In Vietnam, public health officials are actually announcing that they've officially contained the COVID-19 virus in their country after responding with a bunch of testing, in a bunch of isolation as soon as the shit came about. It's actually said that, according to Reuters, they actually have the highest ratio of COVID-19 tests to confirmed COVID-19 cases out of any country in the world. They actually had 270 confirmed cases and 0 deaths due to it, so they declared that shit contained. Green War on graduation. Report out in the world of the Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News report. So, a federal court in New York actually officially charged the former national police chief of Honduras, Juan Carlos Bonilla, with trafficking tons of coke into the United States on behalf of the president of Honduras, Juan Orlando Hernandez, and his already convicted brother, who, if you've been following me, I told y'all he actually got charged with trafficking coke, finessing like the airports and all of that, whatever, so that coke could come in. Big coke, we talking about getting into the U.S. Even took bribes from El Chapo himself, Juan Guzman from the Mexico Sinaloa cartel, whatever. So it's like, you know what I mean, some nefarious shit going on over there. But check this out though. Juan Carlos Bonilla is actually found to have worked with the United States DEA, Drug Enforcement Agency or whatever. And also like U.S. gives big money to Honduras on some federal aid shit. So if they trafficking all this coke, that money flow seems to be coming from us on some level, don't it? Green War graduate. In the world of the Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News report. So the IEA, the International Energy Agency, actually is predicting an 8% drop this year in global greenhouse gas emissions due to the fact of the plummeted air travel and vehicle usage and oil usage going on all throughout the world ever since COVID-19 hit the scene. Now, at the same time, you have NASA actually reporting that in the past 16 years in Greenland and Antarctica, there are actually 5,000 gigatons of ice has melted, enough to fill up Lake Michigan. So just putting all of that in perspective, man, the IEA is actually saying that in order to the numbers are going to soar back up unless these countries take this opportunity to implement some green energy practices so we could keep these numbers down. But we'll see. Green War on graduate. What out in the world of the Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News report. So this COVID-19 shit is still claiming lives reportedly out here, where you have famous Mexican protest singer Oscar Chavez actually has died after being hospitalized with COVID-19 at age 85. So that took place also in Nigerian drummer known as Tony Allen, actually credited with inventing what's known as Afrobeat today, while he was part of Fela Kuti's band Africa 70. This person has actually died at age 79, and it said that it was due to COVID-19. I mean, people had considered this person to be one of the greatest drummers of all time. So at the end of the day, that's that Afrobeat you hearing on the radio today, you know what I mean, kind of stems from that. So, you know what I mean, pay homage, pay your respects, and keep in mind, you know what I mean, we have some very real times. Green War on graduate.